What's up, everybody? Joe Melody for another review, and okay, let's get to the chase. I waited like a month to do this review because remember I was doing edits for my special of The Simpsons Treehouse of the Horror Retro Edition. That's the new title now. It won't be a four-parter. I wish, but those videos, if I was going to make it the four-parters, they will only like 1 or 2 hours, and I don't think you guys have the time because it's October. There's a lot of things to do in October. But yeah, Beetlejuice, the long-awaited sequel to the famed 1980s classic and brainchild of Tim Burton. And this was a sequel people have been waiting for a long time. And to me, here's a fun fact. I've never seen Beetlejuice. Well, the first one, back while I was in Mills. I think I first heard of it from... Okay, who remembers the old VHS tapes, from Warner Bros. Home Video? When they're showing their scary library, like you got Casper, you have the Addams Family, the Witches, and then you have one for Beetlejuice where he pops out. That's where I saw it from one of their home media trailers back in the time period. And then was the music video of Harry Belafonte's, you know which one, Jump on the Floor? Jump, you know which one, the iconic one from the end of the film. That music video, which, okay. And then I got to saw it on television and got my interest. I kind of like it. And I didn't even realize that the actor who played Beetlejuice was also Batman. And Jack Frost from the, I'm not talking about the shitty horror film Jack Frost. I meant the good one. The wholesome one. Where dad dies in a crash during a winter storm and he becomes a snowman to rekindle his son. That one. And Beetlejuice, it's like a phenomenon. The same with if it was with Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, it has its own style. And fun fact, if you recall, I think everybody knows this. If you remember Carnival Beetlejuice, where when Lydia says his name 3 times, he pops out with a giant top around his head, say, "Attention, Kmart shoppers." You see Jack in the head, and this was pre-Jack before Nightmare Before Christmas. I think Jack appeared like 3 times in different Tim Burton films, like you got Beetlejuice, then you got The Night Before Christmas, and finally James and the Giant Peach as the sea captain, where the centipede tries to steal the compass from him. That was actually a pretty good gag. But the film is quite interesting. And it took 30 years, I think. Yeah, but how long was 30 years since the 80s? Jesus, that's a long time. I was not even born yet. And also we had a cartoon series back in the 90s, which spent 4 seasons. Which I actually have the series with me. Which is actually pretty cool, actually. And also some Easter eggs from previous Burn projects like Vincent, and the character of Vince is actually one of the episodes. That's Prince Vincent. Which is actually pretty cool. He's always gloom. Yeah. That's pretty film of, the sequel. Hey, was it a long wait for? Yes. I like how Tim Burton went from he didn't bother watching the first one. He just boom, on his own, mind-storming. And that's something awesome about him. And also the cast, you have returning cast members like Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, including new ones like Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci. Fun fact, Monica Bellucci is Tim Burton's girlfriend or partner, I believe. He likes attractive, exotic women. Hey, sorry, stuttering right there. Billy boy. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I like it stays with women. right on, man. Also, you have Gina Ortega, William Dafoe, which I think that he'll be coming back again in December in Nosferatu. Hell yeah. The only one who's missing is, we all know who it is. Jeffrey Jones. Which we all know why. I did find out that it was somebody else who was voicing his character. It was, what was his name? Okay. Charlie Hopkins was voicing Charles Dietz. No, when he's, without the head in the afterlife. If you recall, I did like the sequence though. This is all in stop motion of how his character got killed. During his bird expedition, which, remember, Charles Dietz likes birds. He's a bird watcher. And the way they killed the characters was the most, ironic way. Plane crash. Literally, he survived the plane crash, but he didn't survive a shark attack. Which, fun fact, this was actually inspired by a nightmare that Byrne had about his own death, which, fuck. That's dark, but hey, we all have premonitions of our own deaths. If it's going to reality or not. That's the scary thing about the human mind. I tell you what. And also we have pop-ups like Danny DeVito as a janitor until his character gets killed off by Dolores by sucking the soul right out of him. And we all know how he died. He died from using this chemical. It was used for cleaning, not bleach. I forgot he was drinking it when we first see his character in the corridors. Which, damn, I did not know that. Damn. Willem Dafoe was actually pretty funny. He was an actor, like a stuntman. Well, we can tell by the side of his head, we can see his brain and half his cheekbone. In the afterlife, he's a detective, which, damn. As for Lydia, okay. Let's go to the masterpiece, which is the opening of the film, which we have the new Warner Bros. Opening, and then we have this happy tidbit right here. The Geffen Company logo. Does that remind you of the original one when it first came out? Yep. And then the music starts playing. Man, and all of you can agree, the opening overture of this, composed by Danny Elfman, Chef's Kiss, perfect. And we got the reveal of the town again, and soon, but something different. We get the view of the house, and we see Lydia on top of the attic, which opens to her supernatural talk show called Ghost House, which of course she's been estranged with her daughter Astrid since her former husband and Astrid's dad died while in the Amazon. Guess how he died? Piranhas, which literally we see him working as one of the passport checkers, and he still has piranhas on him, biting him. Wow, what a way to go, piranhas! And he was like an environmentalist, I believe. Whoo! I don't want to be in a pool full of piranhas, hell no. But I feel bad for them. Of course. Let's just say Lydia starts to hallucinate. She starts seeing Beetlejuice. Which, of course, we recall what happened 36 years ago. That he tried to marry her. After that, we meet Justin Theroux's character named Rory, who's Lydia's current boyfriend and television producer, which... Let's just say Rory is inspiration by Ofo, which is her stepmother's interior design and exorcist friend, played by the late Glenn Shaddix. If you remember him, you're seeing fuck. It was a Sylvester Stallone film. You know which one? Demolition Man, when he was wearing his muumuu. I like the word moo moo. It sounds like somebody you hear from Revenge of the Booger from Revenge of the Nerds would say moo moo. Oh, wait. Omega Moo! Okay, there we go. But still. It's still, yeah. And also, Rory was actually a schmuck. That's the correct word for him because he doesn't even care about Lydia's, mental health, about what she's been going through. He only cares about the money. That's it. Which Beetlejuice literally, if you're at the ending at the church, he actually injects him with truth serum, which of course he just revealed his true shitty self. Beetlejuice gives Lydia the glove, and 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 bam, 99. Well, he does get his comeuppance along with Dolores by a sandworm. Well, we all love sandworms, literally. But let's get to the main antagonist, Beetlejuice's ex-wife. Oh yes, Dolores, played by Monica Bellucci. I like her design because she's all like stapled together. We know how she put herself together with staples. She was in crates when I think it was Danny DeVito's character actually did like a goof up by knocking a couple of crates, and she pops out and put herself piece by piece like Frankenstein's monster. Well, the song "Tragedy" played by the Bee Gees around. Like, tragedy! Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And she ends up killing DeVito's character by sucking the soul right out of him. And of course, we get this awesome tidbit of Beetlejuice telling his backstory in Italiano. Which, that caught me off guard. Like, he's speaking Italian now, like, huh? In his background. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then does confirm that he did witness the Black Plague in the first film, and he likes Italian food. And here's a little tidbit: when you know Dolores put herself together, she's missing a finger. Remember that finger? That's the finger that Beetlejuice had in the first film during the wedding ceremony when he was trying to pull the ring off. They to Lydia, she admit nothing meant to me. Okay. Yep, that's the finger. I think she got that finger back because we see the finger crawling back. She looks in, boop, back right in without the ring. So yeah, I think Beetlejuice got rid of the finger, and somehow the finger managed to get back to her. Ain't that weird? But yeah, and she ends up killing a Asian dry cleaners owner, and finds a new dress and paints it black to replace her old one, which was raggedy. I kind of like it. Her design looks almost like Sally from Night Before Christmas, like all stitches, except of like sewing string is actually stapled together with nails, like stapler nail. Damn. And also, look at Beetlejuice's own office of bioexorcism. He has a bunch of shrunken head dudes, and his right hand is named Bob. Literally Bob. An anxious, shrunken head ghost. Damn. Even he takes the fall pretending to be Beetlejuice by Beetlejuice putting makeup on him. Boom. It's Beetlejuice. Fortunately, 2 people didn't fall for it. The detective and Dolores. No, Dolores literally killed him by sucking the soul, even sucking the thread out of his mouth. Sorry, that's how he actually made that sound before he deflates. I just laughed when his eye just popped like. What the hell? His eye just popped. Oh my god. I remember the social media like justice for Bob. Damn. Let's talk about Lydia's daughter, Astrid, played by Gina Ortega. Like mother, like daughter, but except pure. I think she's at a boarding school. And ignoring her mother's cause, like a legend mother. Of course, there's those students bullying her because of Lydia's talk show, of course. Of course, her grandma, Catherine O'Hara, which of course yelling at her, telling that her grandfather died. Which of course they go to back to the town for the funeral, which I think, and of course we get this choir singing Deo, which is actually pretty cool. While lowering the casket of Charles, which of course we have seen his tombstone. His tombstone is a shark fin, literally, representing how he died. And we see a photo of Charles Deeds, Jeffrey Jones' photo, a younger photo of his back in the 80s when the first film. Of course, let's just say Rory pulls out a douchebag as trying to propose to Lydia, which of course catches off guard because hey, it's during the wake, you know. And of course, Astrid, pissed off about it, she just leaves on the bike and explores until she got hit by a truck and swerves and crashes into a fence where she met this dude named, oh boy, what was his name? Arthur Jeremy Fraser, who of course played by Arthur Conti. Let's just say these two started to develop a love interest. But we all know what his real interest is. Literally. I like how they went back to the town of the film, the town again. It was actually pretty cool. And also where Astrid passes by the bridge, which we all know what happened right there 36 years ago. And by the way, Melvin, where's the two couple? You know, the Maitlands. Well, according to Lydia, when she was talking to Astrid, they found a loophole, which they can go to the afterlife in the book. According to Gina Davis, when they asked why she and her co-star Alec Baldwin in the show, because, in her words, ghosts do not age. Literally. When I saw her current photo, I was like, she still looks good. Alec Baldwin all the way. He's turning gray and missing a little bit of hair. He might have more hair on the left than a bowl haircut, like Mo Howard in the Three Stooges. That explains it. I like the scene where Astrid goes upstairs, up the attics, and sees the old model town covered in a tarp. Still like he's been there since 36 years, which is like a remnants to the old film. I kind of like it right there. You feel like you know what happened here. And of course, Astrid finds an ad for Beetlejuice. Not just for its exorcism, but love call. Which Astrid correctly puts, ew. Of course, this freaks out Lydia when she sees the ad, while these two are having a more, like, almost mother-daughter bond until she sells the ad. Telling her, until Astrid almost says Beetlejuice 3 times, she said it twice. Just being an ass. And you see the fear in Lydia, like she knows what actually happened. And of course, Beetlejuice knows that she's back. Of course, while she tries to find this to Rory doesn't take it seriously. Of course, Rory does stupid. He says 3 times, they end up in a third therapy room. And guess who's the therapist? Beetlejuice, where as she tries to say his name, it just shuts her mouth with stitches. Okay, I'm sorry, but this gag here in the therapy room is more funny because you have somehow Beetlejuice made her pregnant and pop out a baby Beetlejuice. Fun fact: this is a digital. This is actually a baby doll prop they managed to buy, take the head off, and create a new head because it looks like that. Using practical effects and making the baby walk everywhere. Jesus. And also another fun fact, this ain't the first time we see a baby Beetlejuice, because the first time it was actually season 1, episode 1, Critter Sitter, where Beetlejuice turns himself into a baby. So this is the second time we see this one. And of course, people say, okay, who's going to spill their guts? Okay, I'll go first. Boom, all his guts came out. I think it was right before he made be later pregnant. There we go. And Lori's like, you're my figment imagination. You're my figment imagination. Oh, really? Is this a figment of your imagination? And the scary face, which he faints like a little bitch. And Beetlejuice ain't playing. He knows he's bullshit. He just saved it for the ending. Of course, Lydia has to say Beetlejuice 3 times, and boom. But of course, it ain't over yet. Let's just say after Rory leaves, Beetlejuice appears, serenading Lydia again. This time singing the song, wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. I'm sorry. That scene right there. I remember saw that clip on YouTube. It was recent a trailer. That made me laugh hard. And he nailed it perfectly. You see him in the graveyard with a guitar serenading Lydia as she looks right at him singing that song. I heard people laughing at that song too, which it ain't the first one, but it won't be the only time we hear that artist song. There'll be another one in the wedding scene. Damn. And the world of the afterlife is way more expanded now since, well, technically, in the first film we always saw the waiting room and the interiors, but not like the whole area. And back to this douchebag. You know what I'm talking about. The one who's trying to make a love interest with Astrid. It turns out he's dead. He says that his dad was an abusive drunk and he murdered his mom, and this is Halloween night, so yeah, we see Astrid floating in the air along with him while they share a kiss, like, holy shit. It's not until we found out who he actually is that, thanks to Jane, most specifically, little Jane, not the Jane from the first film, her daughter, all grown up, played by Amy Nuttall. Which, fun fact, she also played the daughter in the first film's Jane Butterfield Sr., portrayed previously by Annie McEnroe, which is actually pretty cool. Bringing back the daughter of Jane Sr. This time, looks like she's running her mother's business, so the Butterfield business is still going. Which she explains about the murder house, which that's what they call it, the murder house, because the son, played by Jeremy, by Arthur Jeremy, turns out Jerry murdered his parents, which, of course, it was a standoff. He fell off his treehouse, breaking his neck. When Lydia found out, you can see her face just went white when she found out that nobody's alive. And when she entered the house, we see how the parents are dead. The dad takes a hacksaw to the face, while the mother gets an egg beater right straight to the eye. Wow. And you can see how they were like before. And of course, she was too late. Both Astrid and Jeremy enter the door. Of course, she goes to Beetlejuice for help. Which, of course, you know what he wants. He wants to get out. You know, when he does that, he has to get married. Of course, Lydia makes a deal. Signs a contract. Of course, instead of drawing the door, he draws a bomb on the wall. I like this scene right here where he says, he tries to put his two hands together, he's praying, and he bursts the flames. Like, oh shit! We don't know why. And guess where he enters? His office. Of course, he tells Bob to man the fort until the rest of his employees sees the hole. And Bob's like, and they all go for the hole, and they all escape to the living world, which of course alerts the detective. Oopsie. Now there's more problems. And by the way, what up to Delia? Well, let's just say she's still grieving her husband's death. So she bought some snakes believed to be non-venomous after they had their venoms removed. Bullshit. As she told him the snakes, the damn snakes bit her, and she dies right on his grave. And she has her own adventure. Good for grief. Of course, she's one to find Charles in the afterlife, while Lydia and Beetlejuice, Lydia managed to save Astrid before she got into the Soul Train. I like it, the remnants from the old, the Soul Train series, which one, from the 70s. They even played the scat version of it, which I can see everybody dancing in the 70s. Goes, next stop, the hereafter. Damn, that's actually kind of catchy. Of course, they try to get out. Guess what they end up? You see Astrid being taken away by a couple of old Russian soldiers covered in ice, which, yep, they're from during the Russian front. Damn. Of course. And how did Astrid get in this predicament? Well, Jeremy made her sign, which of course, the only way he can return from the living is to somebody take his place. So, yeah, Jeremy's a dick. But don't worry, he gets his comeuppance sooner or later. Which of course, Lydia finds Astrid and manages to help him. Which of course, they call it the afterlife bureaucracy. Which of course, extending a life for a life. Oh, it's called the Great Beyond. Okay. Which turns out, her dad Richard was actually there at the bureaucracy, and he sees her. Luckily, Leah pulls Astrid off the Soul Train. Unfortunately, they try to escape, which end up in a portal to one of Saturn's moons, Titan. So yeah. So we've confirmed they're not on Saturn, but they're actually on Titan, one of Saturn's moons. Yeah, because Saturn's a gas planet, so they go right through the planet. It's made of gas. Toxic, actually. Which, of course, Richard saves them both. They have a nice welcome between, like a conciliation between all three of them. Still, I didn't like his design, like how he died. He got eaten by piranhas. And what about Jeremy? Well, let's say after he tried to get him back to the land of living, guess who was there? Beetlejuice. And guess where he says Jeremy? To hell. See ya, fucker. Boom. Pull the lever, trapdoor. Wrong lever! Of course, Richard shows Lydia and Astrid how to return to the living world, which, of course, is the mausoleum in the graveyard. And what about the other character? Of course, we see Dolores in Beatrice's business looking for him. He sees, let's just say, he sees a photo of him. I'm sorry, when you see Dolores, she's hungry, like very thirsty for Beetlejuice. You can see her licking his photo until she sees a photo of Lydia and she smashes it and stumps on it. Oof. That's a woman who doesn't play. We see Bob under the desk. But don't worry. Unfortunately, the detective pulls Bob for questioning, which of course, that becomes his fate, as Dolores sees him in the Beetlejuice makeup and kills him by sucking his soul out. Rest in peace, Bob. Now, of course, we get to as we return back to the land of living, which is the church for Lydia and Rory's wedding. Which Rory invites a bunch of influencers. I'm sorry, I'm from the old generation. Like, people say, you're not that old. Hey, I prefer being called content creator, not influencer. These influencers today, man, they're batshit stupid. They're trying to do some stupid trends, stupid shit, and by stupid incels falling for it and end up getting killed, murdered, or worse. I like how Beetlejuice literally says these influencers into their phone, like literally. They're about to take a selfie, they got sucked into their phones, which the last phones is their distorted face, which is pretty cool. And of course, Beetlejuice put some truth serum that forces Rory to admit he was using Lydia for her money. Of course, Beetlejuice gives her a boxing glove and knocks him out. And we have, of course, the wedding scene, which We have another song number. As for the other song number, but sorry, it cut off. Which is the Wednesday. We have the cake and everything. And of course, we see the detective barging in. But of course, Beetlejuice just freezes them. Literally freezes all of them. At the center of the beginning, guess who pops? Who barges in? Dolores. She really shows out his name. Which Beetlejuice says, "What the fuck?" Yeah. We all remember that scene when they bleeped it. That was on purpose. They actually bleeped it, which, are you kidding me? What the hell? We heard Beetlejuice say the F word in the first film. Like, you know what scene, like, nice fucking model! Honk honk. Which, I think that scene right there is the scene where children got major timeouts and spankings after that. Hey, it was confirmed by Doug Walker, nostalgia critic, when he saw that scene. His grandma put him in internal timeout. To this day, he has to still learn his punishment. Damn. But of course, okay, I thought she'd be pissed, but no, she's like wants to be with him. In reality, we know what she wants: his soul, so she can be immortal. Of course, Beetlejuice persuades her in taking Rory instead, which of course he pulls up the old awful clothes changing, which he just changes from a suit to a t-shirt that says, "I love Dolores." Of course, Astrid finds the book and finds a way to summon a sandworm, which we don't know what happens. Bring in the sandworm. And it not just eats Dolores, but also Rory, so yeah, bye-bye. Of course, Astrid also tells Beetlejuice, since he broke the rule of bringing a living person into the afterlife, the contract that Lydia signed is void, which means he cannot marry her. Yeah, when of course Lydia says his name 3 times, he starts to build up like a Goodyear blimp and explodes, disappearing forever. Of course, we see the detective say that everything's done until he takes Dahlia, which turns out she's dead. So yeah, she has to go with the afterlife as well, with them as well. Which of course, Astrid just tells her, "Well, I told you so." Of course, they have a heartfelt goodbye, which of course those two need each other, and they're left alone. While in the afterlife, we see Delia reunite with Charles and ready to go to the afterlife. As for Lydia and Astrid, they visit Transylvania, and of course Astrid started getting the hots for a person pretending to be Dracula. And we have this deja vu moment, like she's getting married, like what the fuck? And she's about to give birth. Until guess what she gave birth to? Baby Beetlejuice literally murders all the doctors. He starts climbing the window to Lydia's fear. And we see the little bastard bite a light bulb, which electrocutes himself, falls on top of her, and says, "Mommy!" Well, she smiled, and that wakes up Lydia from a nightmare, and guess who's in bed with her? Beetlejuice said, "You alright, hon?" She wakes up again. She looks on her side. Nobody there. Was it a dream? Or was it? But yeah, that scene right there was actually pretty funny. Have like a vertigo moment right there. And of course we get... Actually, the film was pretty good, actually. Everything was practical effects, which... Hey, Tim Burton was famous for practical effects. And doing this by scratch and not rewatching the first film done on his own is actually pretty cool. And the reason why he made the second film is because the second film made him feel glad what made him love to make movies in the first place, because he was retired from filmmaking after the making of Dumbo, which, face it, he didn't have a full creative control because of Disney. And yes, he tells that Disney is a bunch of fucking bastards. Which, because of that, he had the chance to, while making Wednesday, is that, okay, time to make the second film, and boom. And yeah. Soon the film became, well, we all know how it ends. The film became a success with a budget of over, I think it was around 100 million, I believe. Yeah, 100 million. The box office is like $375.2 million. Wow. Perfection right there. And to me, I love this film. It's pretty cool. And it's coming out streaming in the 7th and 8th of October. So, cool. Those who haven't seen the film, okay. Oh, you know I'm an ass when I'm about to say these. But still. I hope everybody enjoyed the film. I did as well. The film also brought back great memories as well as from new to old. I like how people, 30 years after the original film, still remember this film. Yeah, I like it. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. Yeah, I got some cups from the movie theater. It's not like the merch they had of Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh no. We've seen that film make billions. And they waited since 2018 to do the third film. Yeah, 2018. That's when the second film, Deadpool, came out. And the third came out this year. Yeah. Jesus. You only waited like a few years. We waited like 36 years for the sequel for Beetlejuice. Damn, but yeah, the film was awesome. I kind of like it. I recommend to watch it and add to your list of Halloween films. Hey, it's like deja vu. It's the same thing like with Hocus Pocus when it came out in 1992, or was it 93? And then they brought the sequel only for Disney Plus in 2022. And I was in the beginnings of my master's degree while I was taking my master's. And October at that time was the perfect time. After I left class, it was about 9 o'clock. I bought myself some dinner, Wendy's, and went up straight to watch. No, it wasn't Wendy's, it was Firehouse. And as I got home, I put it on and watched Hocus Pocus 2. Boom, it was awesome. And it was still after the aftermath of Hurricane Fiona, and I didn't still have power, so fuck it. I'll watch in the dark with a nice Firehouse sandwich and soda. Damn. And now people have memories of this one as well. I kind of like it. I kind of wish they released it in October, but if I know the reason, hey, imagine it was like Five Nights at Freddy's, and you don't see any merch from that, like in the theaters for Five Nights at Freddy's, and that film made a lot of money. I like how Chris usually get their asses handed when they're wrong. They said with the Mario Bros. Movie and Five Nights at Freddy's, now we got Beetlejuice, Deadpool, Wolverine. Man, but still. But still, the music was pretty cool. There were some cool soundtracks as well. But let me know what you think of Beetlejuice. Did you enjoy it how many times you watched it? Because hey, I know a lot of people watch this a bunch of times. But let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite scene of Beetlejuice? What was your favorite moment? Music. You know what I'm talking about. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and remember the goal is to hit 500k subscribers, or at least, well, you know the drill. I'm not to repeat it, but hey. Until then, have a great October, everybody. Stay safe, peace out. Let's turn on the juice and watch shakes loose.